So I've been continuing work on my big 3D printer project. And instead of taking short videos, I decided to take a lot of photos and larger videos and put them together. So as you can see here, I 3D printed some brackets to start building up the frame. Most of these brackets were printed on my FL Sun printer, but some of, with a 1mm nozzle, but some of the later ones were printed on a Ender 3. You can see the construction continues. The last picture before this one was the top frame. But here you can see I have more of the brackets and the structure starting to come together. Here's the structure mostly together with the top carriage on. That piece of wood down there is going to eventually be a platform for the print bed to sit on. And it continues to get built up. Here's a picture from another angle. You can still see we're missing 3 brackets to hold the vertical aluminum onto the top frame. We have the end switch mounted for one axis, though I still have to mount the other 2 end switches. Here's a picture of my FL Sun printer printing some of the brackets with its 1mm nozzle. And next we have the printer with all of the brackets on, mostly together. And here we have me preparing to be able to string up the timing belt for the y-axis. Here's when my Ender 3 arrives, which was very helpful to finishing up this project because my FL Sun 3D printer has been very finicky. And here's a short video that I did end up taking, so just enjoy watching this. Okay, so I already shot this, but I was shooting vertical video. So let's go through this again quickly. Makita died, which I'm really annoyed about because I love that Makita. Very light and easy to use, and it has some lithium shoved in it. So now I have to use this stupid thing, which weighs 2 to 3 times as much. This is some stupid quarter cable. And this is still my CAD. It's not new enough to be lithium. I'll probably buy myself a really cheap lithium drill, because I don't think I can fix this anymore. Y-axis is basically done except for the end stop. We've got belt's been tensioned. We even have the, yeah, this is like that because it's too close if we, there you go, you see? And that's going to be there just to keep it, nice, and it'll, you know, curl up as it gets closer, but it's fine. That'll keep the cable more or less managed, but I have to run the fan cable first, which definitely needs an extension, because whoever decided this was a good length of a fan cable is clearly an idiot. And it also needs the auto level sensor, which I need to figure out how to mount. 3D printed this mount, but this is for a 40mm fan, so I'll probably need to 3D print a mount that fits on a 30mm fan. Thank E3D for changing your fan size. This video is terrible. It's very noisy. I don't know why. It's not, there's like every possible light on down here. I did pull this back into my workshop, because it fits well enough, I guess. I mean, there's not much room left in here right now because this is in here, but, yeah. Pulled it back here just to make some more room in the general basement because I had taken over the entire basement. Y-axis done, but it still needs an end stop. So, you know, I'll mount an end stop somewhere. Probably over here. I don't know where the heck the end stop's supposed to be. Maybe here the end stop goes? We need to run a belt along the, well, that is the x-axis, along the y-axis. We have a belt cut more or less to size, but we have to figure out how to mount the motor, because what I was gonna do was I was gonna have this mounted like to here or something, because this was originally, instead of being on top of the aluminum like Ivan had it, I was going to put this inside the aluminum. And then I'm like, no, that's stupid. And then I shoved it on top of the aluminum like Ivan has it. Yeah, you can also see it's very patriotic in its coloring, because it, well, really that's just because that's the colors of filament I had. I mean, I had, instead of using red, I could have used, green, because I had bought some red and green, but I decided to use red as, tribute to Ivan, and also, tribute to the fact that, this is an American version of Ivan's printer, because stupid America can't figure out that we should use metrics to be compatible with the rest of the world, so we need to engineer things specifically for America to use stupid imperial. This would be using a lot, this would be a lot better and not have stupid stuff like this if I could buy metric aluminum square tubing in the US, because then I would literally just directly use Ivan's design instead of using poorly designed imperial version of Ivan's design, designed by Toby. Yeah, we did mount the end stop though, and yes, that looks crooked, but it's not. And don't worry about it; it's perfectly fine. You can see how well it moves. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Belt tensioner. I think I mentioned that already. I'm kind of repeating myself at this point. So that's all for this, because now I'm repeating myself. I will finish up, figure out how to mount that motor, finish up the Y-axis, because the X is done, and then I have to figure out the Z-axis. But I'll have 2 out of the 3 axes done, with the motion system, and then it's just electronics, which are here. And this is the board out of that FL Sun printer. It's actually not a terrible board. It's not a great board, but it's not a terrible board, and I will be using a solid-state relay to control the bed, because it's a big AC silicon heater that runs on 110 volts. Because, yay, America, and our stupidly low voltages compared to the rest of the world. Yeah. That's all. This wood is going to be the base of the bed for, like, insulation and stuff, if I haven't mentioned that before. Okay. Bye. Okay, so this part doesn't have a voiceover, but I'm going to add one. You can see I started work on the Z-axis. Actually, at this point, I'm already basically done on it, because it's been so long since I filmed this, because of all of the difficulties it's been to upload this video. And yes, that's really all.